Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream and the real one?
Yo, what is going on? Welcome to Night Shift with Mikey Sutton. It is I, your boy, Skywalker the Jedi. So happy to be back here with y'all with another one. If I could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us, rocking out, and I appreciate you. Mikey, you want to let the people know how you feeling tonight, sir?
You can't restore until you sell. And the Flash is the way. Welcome to Night Shift.
Yo, man. Mikey never ceases to amaze me, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Sale is definitely the way. Look, we're going to get into that because we're going to talk about the Flash a little bit later in comparison with something else. But, yo, look, man, Mikey, I'm so happy to be here another Sunday night, yo, holding it down, man. The people is waiting. They are seeming to be liking this pairing, Mikey, so I'm very happy about what we got coming in the future, right? And just how are you feeling about?
See, even Sky has no idea what's coming in the future because I have some plans I haven't even told them yet, not even privately. So, you know, being from the future, you're in a different vibe. You know what I mean?
Man, what is this dude talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what these guys talking about, right? Oh yeah. We rocking the shirt.
That's an awesome shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Night Shift is the place to be.
Yeah,
much love to Mr. J.
Hope you caught my nuclear bomb in the members video with Sil today. That was my Star Wars nuclear bomb that happened.
Wait, I was in there for a while. I don't know if I caught the Star Wars one though.
You didn't catch it because you know why?
I have to go back.
You'd have a big smile on your face right now if you.
Oh my God!
It's
I got to go back.
We'll talk after the show anyway. So I'll let you.
Okay. I got you, right? Hey, much love to El Necron, right?
Hey,
Yo,
Necron.
we got 3/4 of the pool table in here.
Right on.
Yeah. Much love, you guys, right? To all y'all that's in the chat right now. As you guys know, right? We on the road to 1K. We ain't playing about this road to 1K. That is the goal. You know what I'm saying? Is the yo.
Come on, guys.
My goal was 1,000. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the year, right? Mikey on some whole other shit. Like I can't even.
You gotta swing for the fences, guy.
Right? Yes, I feel it. Right, but this is I don't want to run the 1K. We got to hit 1K before we can hit Mikey's astronomical goals, right? Absolutely. So
they are astronomical, all right. Yeah.
yes. So make sure that you guys are subscribed, liking the content, sharing it out, smashing that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live or when I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? So much love to all you guys that have been doing so. And in case you didn't know, now you know, we rocking with these hashtags. Hashtag sell is the way. Nah, I'm just joking. That's not a hashtag, but sell is the way. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag sell ZSJL Netflix. Hashtag sell SpiderVerse to Netflix. And if you are rocking with the hashtags, we ask that you follow the rules of engagement, which are number one, be positive. We having a new conversation with Netflix. Oh man, you know what? That's why I'm in a great mood tonight, Mikey. We talking Netflix. Talking Netflix, right? Yeah, right. I've been trying to wonder why I'm in such a great mood. That's why I'm in a great mood because, you know, I'm already used to following the rules of engagement and being positive, right? When I'm thinking about Netflix and engaging with them, right? So, yeah, that's why it's so easy. Yes, and rule number 2 is do not mix these hashtags with any others, right? We try to make sure that the message is as focused and effective as possible. And number 3, we ask that you do not tag, mention, reply to, quote, tweet, or anything like that, including but not limited to James Gunn or anybody else over at WBD, right? Yes. Be on the lookout because we do have, I believe we're finishing up season 2 of Cartoons and Cereal on the Good Austin's channel this coming Saturday. We finished part 1 yesterday. Super dope, man. I was finally able to sleep in a little bit and it kind of get into the groove, and it was dope. Once again, watching Justice League animated over on Netflix with the homies and eating some cereal, watching some cartoons. It's just really turning into a vibe, Mikey.
That's
it
awesome.
Really is.
That's great to hear. Now, was it season 2 that had the hunters in the question? Was that season 2? Because I really like how they played off each other.
No, that was Justice League Unlimited, which is like technically like season 3, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 seasons of each. It's Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited. So it's pretty much like season 3. So
I love how they were handled there. 2 of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah. Right. That's when they brought everybody in, Mikey. They had the question in there, you know, it's like they had everybody. And it was super dope. Also make sure that you guys head on over to inktothepeople.com/salesESJL. We have 2 different designs going on right now from the world-renowned artist Noel Leon Flores, right? We got the Martian Manhunter and that Justice League logo with the red. So head on over there right now. We got that running for the whole month. Make sure that you tag Harry Lennox. Let him know that we got these Martian Manhunter shirts going on. and they all benefit AFSP, so they go to suicide prevention. Couldn't be happier that we're able to do these type of things for you guys, and shouts out to Noel and for Mikey for helping facilitate this whole thing.
It was great being a part of it, dude. It really is.
Dope. And I know that that probably led to some other stuff, right, Mikey? But we ain't gonna get into that too much.
Yeah.
Right, but let's have a word from our sponsors real quick, and then we'll come back with the first topic.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
Mikey, Across the SpiderVerse show. Man, there is a lot of chatter surrounding this movie. The overwhelming majority of it being positive, right? And I got a chance to see it last night, Mikey.
That's awesome. I really want to see it. I haven't got a chance to yet, but tell me what you think.
Yo, look, this is a great movie, Mikey. It's a fantastic movie. I was going back and forth about which one is better, this one or the first one. I might slightly edge it to the first, but this movie comes really close. But I will get into why I rank the first ahead just slightly, but I would say that the peaks in this movie, Mikey, are probably higher than they were in the last.
Wow.
I really enjoyed this film right off the bat. The use of color is like fantastic, yo. They in this one they really use color to signify mood like a whole lot more. And they let that be known like right off the bat, like right from the opening credits and everything. The animation is fantastic. It's really great. It's really great. It has a lot of jokes that land. A lot of the action sequences are fantastic. Like when all of the Spider-Man are kind of chasing him through the headquarters. That was a super dope scene. And it's just a great movie. Like I had a really great time. The ending was fantastic. Like I literally like yelled out because I forgot that this is like a two-parter.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so it ends, Mikey, on a massive cliffhanger. And I was like, yo, don't do me like that, right? I was like, yo, come on, man. Like I gotta wait for God knows how long until the sequel comes out.
Yeah,
don't do me like that.
Yeah, Sil was raving about that ending, so I was like, it must be something special then.
No, it is. Like I was like, yo, don't do me like that. Right? Like that's literally what I yelled out. And it is it was a great setup. And not only that, just the chemistry between the characters and their performances was great. Oscar Isaac as Miguel O'Hara was super dope. It's just, this movie had a lot hidden for it. It had a lot hidden for it. But there were a couple of drawbacks, right? Like I felt that it could have been a little shorter, right? Like they had a lot of scenes that I felt kind of were getting kind of repetitive, right?
Yeah.
With like certain relationships, and that's really what, because like I ended up not checking my watch, but mentally I was like, yo, this movie seems to be kind of long. I did that twice, right? I usually try to keep note of like how many times I start thinking about the actual runtime, right? And it happened twice. He even still, the second time though, it was like really towards the end, and it's because it was like so much going on, and I was like, "Wait a minute, man! How much more time we got?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, And then that's when I realized I was like, "Wait a minute, no! This can't be like getting towards the end, right?" And yeah, it really was. And then that's when it ended. I was like, "Oh, don't do me like that!" And I was like, "Yo, come on, man." Yeah, but I felt like it could have been a little bit shorter, right? A little bit tighter. And there was a couple little things that bothered me with just some of the characters and their portrayals, and I was just like, man, like, are we really gonna? Like, yo, like, I know, right? But like, I know there's precedence, but do we really need like a black pregnant spider woman driving on a motorcycle? I was like, yo, like, right? And I was like, like, couldn't lie. I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Punching all the right buttons right there, right? Let's
right.
So then they make her female, pregnant, she's black. Like
she was sassy. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm like, yo, come on, yo. Like, really?
Let's do a woke check, okay? Seriously.
Man, but like, yo, outside of like her character, pretty much, yo, I look, outside of that, I was like, yo, I was really digging what this movie was doing, right? And I think that, it is a great setup. I almost wonder though, right? Because when I was thinking about it afterwards, I had this same kind of thing with the Hobbit trilogy, right? Because I felt like that series didn't need to be 3 movies, Mikey. It kind of felt like it was like drawn out a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering what because there's like a lot of setup in this film.
Yeah.
And the way it ends off, like, I don't know, like, how long that the second part is going to be. And, like, yo, is that going to be almost, like, all payoff? Or I don't know. But they set up a lot of questions that don't get answered, right? And then they introduce a whole bunch of more stuff at the end. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just leave it at that.
I bet Sony is chomping at the bit, wishing they could do a live action Spider-Man as good as this, right? I mean,
oh my God, yo,
universal praise, man. Everybody's been raving at like 120 million box office this weekend for an animated film. That's humongous.
Yeah. Best Spider-Man movie ever? Nah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I still think that the first one is probably better. But but don't get me wrong. It is a wonderful movie. Like, I had a great time, and just judging by my response at the end of the film, because I did not want it to end. Like, I literally did not want it to end. Especially right where it ended, and I was like, "Oh, come on!" Just don't.
A lot of multiverse coming out, right? We had Doctor Strange recently, and we got the Flash, and we got Across SpiderVerse. Like, if you don't know if you don't know what a multiverse is by now, I don't know. I mean, you got so many different explanations for it now. You know.
Speaking of multiverse, right? Because yes, I am going to keep it spoiler free, but I do have to give out one spoiler, and it's something kind of minor. So if you don't want to know, tune out right now. It's super minor, but I have to give Mikey his credit, right? I gotta give Mikey his credit, yo, because
yeah.
Because hey, as I said, y'all better if you don't want to know, right? But look, Mikey, Donald Glover appears in this movie as the Prowler.
Did I just scoop that on your show?
Mikey just scooped that on my show, and literally Donald Glover is in this movie as the Prowler.
Huh, where have I heard that from?
Yo, as soon as I saw him, I was like, yo, come on, man. I was like, Mikey just scooped that on my show.
I think I have this habit now of scooping on Skywalker's show and it happening, you know, right afterwards.
Like right afterwards, right? And so, yeah, that was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie, Mikey. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Yo, this mother!" I was like, "Yo," right? I was like, "Yo, I cannot believe he just scooped that on my show." And then all of a sudden, yes, Donald Glover is in this movie as the Prowler. Live, he's like there too. It's him, like live action. He's like in the suit and everything.
Like, oh wow, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's in the suit and everything. Right?
There's a casual bomb on your show too. You're like, yeah.
Casual bomb that literally materialized for me days later.
Oh, when that happens.
Right? So yes, that definitely happened. There is a Donald Glover.
Well, that's an article right there. I gotta do an article on that now. Huh.
Right? See, hey, and I didn't tell Mikey what it was before the show started either. He had no idea.
No idea. So, like, that's cool. That's awesome, though. And I love the Prowler. He was a great character in Marvel Comics. Donald Glover, come on, perfect.
Oh my God, Mikey! If you're a fan of the Prowler,
yeah, big fan.
You better see. You got to see this movie.
Well, Sky, I got a bomb. You know.
What?
We got a bomb, man. So, you know.
I didn't even know. You said you wasn't gonna have no bombs for Across the SpiderVerse topic. He lied to me, y'all. He lied.
I got a bomb. So I haven't seen the movie yet, so maybe you guys will go really crazy about this, because I just got a feeling that those of you who love this film are going to like this scoop a lot. I got this yesterday morning, so I was told that they are developing a live-action Spider-Punk movie.
Oh my God, Joe!
There it goes. Wait. There's a reaction.
Did you say live action?
Yeah, live action.
Spider-Punk?
Yeah.
Bro, he's like one of the best characters in the movie.
Well, there you go. I had a feeling if I saw the movie, I'd be like, doing cartwheels right now.
Yo. Mikey, that's hella dope, Mikey.
Oh.
Like, that's hella dope. That's hella dope. For anybody that's wondering why I reacted that way, Spider-Punk, I actually think that Sil actually tweeted that out earlier, if I'm not mistaken, that was his favorite character.
Oh, wow.
From that film.
Wow.
And yeah, Spider-Punk definitely was like was probably the MVP of the movie. Probably.
Well, when I got the scoop, I was like, okay. He goes, "Aren't you more excited?" He was just like, "You're like, yeah, okay." Like,
Oh yeah, because you haven't seen the movie,
I haven't seen
right?
the movie yet, so
No, he's dope.
well, you're gonna see him in live action. So
Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna be wild, yo. Yo, this movie has so much energy, yo. So much energy. Spider Punk was dope. You know, Miles was dope as always. Spider Woman was dope. Peter B. Parker, I don't know, man. I don't know about Peter B. Parker. It's like, I don't know. They had him running around in like a robe the whole time with like flip flops on. I was like, come on, man. Like what I mean, I guess.
yeah,
He's like, he was his dad.
another awesome thing about Donald Glover as a Prowler is that that's in the MCU, because he right, he was in the Homecoming,
Yep.
but also here's another thing too, is that Sony had the wacky idea of making a Hypno Hustler movie with Donald Glover in the lead. So it's definitely not in the Sony Spider-Verse, it's in the MCU.
Oh no. He was giving off MCU vibes. Like it seemed like he was gonna be MCU. He's already been in the MCU, right?
Yeah, he has been, as that character. I mean, he wasn't the Prowler yet, but yeah.
Right?
So because he's already Hypno. Guys, look up Hypno Hustler. Trust me. Here's the funny part, Sky. Like, my spider scoops are so accurate. One of my jokes was confirmed as a scoop, because in Geekosity, when we were first starting out, I was a little snarky already. I was just being snarky towards Sony, and I said we were talking about all the different. Oh, Madam Web was the one I was really snarky about, and I'm like, I said, Sony, what next? You're gonna do Hypno Hustler? I did that, and dude, and a picture of a Hypno Hustler there. I said, please no, Sony. They did it, dude.
Right.
They did it.
And then in the end, they actually tried to do it right. Like
of all the ridiculous Spider-Man characters in the world, they choose the one I joked about. Like really obscure. They're casting Donald Glover in this movie, man. Donald Glover is Hypno Hustler.
Oh my god!
It was Amy Pascal reading my article, like, "Oh, okay, Mikey, hold my beer."
Right? Hey, now, going that route instead of bringing him on as the Prowler at some point would have definitely been like one of the biggest L's, I think, in recent Hollywood history, right? Because that would have been the easiest layup, and just have him be the Prowler, live action, sells itself.
Oh hell yeah!
You already got him in the role. You don't get Donald Glover to be in an MCU movie to play Miles Morales' uncle for no reason.
Exactly. There's a reason for it. There's a double meaning there, right? So yeah, we're gonna see the Prowler, the Miles Morales movie.
Yeah. So Scoop confirmed.
We're gonna see him as Hypno Hustler and Sony. Oh,
right.
Yeah. Guys, look up Hypno. He's got roller skates on. Okay, so.
No crime said. You mean Bootsy Collins?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Bootsy Collins. Exactly. Parliament Funkadelic.
Right. Oh my god! But look, Across the SpiderVerse, super dope. Check it out. Now, I know that this has been a burning question, right? The street's been wondering, Mikey. the streets been asking, like, yo, is Across the Spider-Verse better than the Flash?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you say you've seen them both now, Sky.
I've seen them both.
You can say it. You can say it.
I've seen them both, right? And do you want to know something, Mikey? You want to know what like my honest answer is?
Tell me, not really, really want to hear it. What do you want to hear?
My honest answer is I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so serious. I have to see The Flash one more time, and I have to see it with the way it's gonna end.
Yeah.
Like, I have to, because right now I don't know, right? Because it's like, if I'm gonna be honest, I would say the jokes probably landed more for me in The Flash.
Uh-huh.
Right? This movie has like, yo, the amount of detail in this film though is incredible. Right? Is incredible in Across the Spider-Verse, right? So I do have to give it that as well. That's also why I want to see this final cut, because I want to see if the CGI is looking a little bit better, and I just want to be able to judge it on its like as a whole, right? But I don't know, Mikey. It's close.
Well, it reminds me of 2008, and I know if you're a DC fan, I know which way you guys are gonna choose. But for me, Iron Man and Dark Knight is the hardest, question for me ever. Like, which is better? And because they're both equally great films in a different way, different tone, but they're both perfect in their own way. And I saw Iron Man 8 times in the theater. I saw Dark Knight about 6-7 times in the theater.
Right.
It was just that, one of those things. And I say Iron Man for me is more personal because I was really down and out when that film came out. I had just gone through really horrible separation, and I felt like insecure and stuff. And Tony Stark was very inspiring to me. I know he was trying to teach a lesson that what he was doing was bad, but I got the wrong lesson from him. My lesson was just get rich and fuck them all. You know what I mean? Not the lesson I was supposed to learn from that film, but that's what I took away from it. So I felt really good. I kept watching it over and over again. I want to be Tony Stark. It became
right. Yeah. Look, here is my thing, right? Because the Flash didn't have certain things going for it that, or no, it had certain things going for it that Across the Spider-Verse didn't, right?
Yeah.
Like how I said that there were some parts in here that made me cringe. Yeah. Right, like it was really like a couple of parts, like, and there was even people in the audience like going really, like, yo, there was a couple times where people was like, yo, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, really, are we really doing this, right? So that did happen like 2 or 3 times,
yeah,
and that didn't happen in The Flash. Right.
Well, the Flash didn't have a black pregnant Spider-Woman.
Yo, on the riding the motorcycle.
That's cringy. That's cringy. But I can get past it. But it's cringy.
Yeah, right. Yo, the first time she popped up on screen, it was hilarious because like everybody literally was like, "Yo, really?" And it's like, "Yo, really?" And so, yeah, The Flash did not happen where people was like saying, "Oh, really?" Right? Like, but yeah, so they're both great movies, but just in different ways.
Well, yeah, you might have to watch them. See how I decide what film I think is better is what do I watch the most. That's the easiest
Yeah.
way, Rewatchability is where it's at, which is why Star Wars New Hope is my all-time favorite film. I've
Hmm.
seen it about 30, 40 times. So,
Mm.
I
Right.
saw, I was there opening day when it came out. Um, so that's because otherwise you're gonna get a headache, man, sitting there like, oh, this is, what I mean? You'll never decide. So decide on which ones you see the most, because obviously you love that the most. So
Right. As I said earlier, I felt like this movie dragged in a couple parts
yeah.
where I don't think that the Flash did.
Okay. There
Right.
you go.
So you know,
I think from your tone of voice, guy, I think you're gonna choose the Flash over this one. It's probably a
man.
difficult choice, but it looks like the Flash is gonna, you know, especially especially when the Thunder. Anyway, I just think that you're.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, I had to do my little shimmy. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have a word from the sponsors real quick because we about to move on from this across the Spider Verse topic.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Yes. Mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride.
Yeah. I was gonna say when Sky crosses the finish line. Oh yeah, the Flash is better.
Right?
I'm speaking in code.
yo, yo, Mikey.
Oh boy. Anyway.
Hey, don't be. He said, Andrew face was shown in Across the Spider Verse. Hey, don't be spoiling it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be spoiling it, right? Oh, and he says sorry in advance, but well, don't do nothing else. Right? Yeah. So, Mikey, Sasha Calle.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Supergirl, another person that has been a hot
Mhm.
topic lately,
Oh, because she's
Mikey,
hot.
right? Sasha Calle. It's like, is she gonna go as Supergirl? Is she gonna stay? Right?
Yeah.
James Gunn is doing what I think his is based off the Tom King version, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
definitely doesn't look like Sasha Calle, right? So,
Mhm.
what's going on, Mikey? Like, what are we hearing in regards to Sasha Calle and her kind of future in DC?
Well, she's both staying and going. Um, after all, we're gonna probably gonna get Jennifer Holland, the Supergirl. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked, Mikey. Right? At this point, would anybody be shocked?
No, no, it would not be shocked at all. I mean, hey, she's blonde, right? So, anyway, um, interesting thing. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Variety. Variety here had a story, um, about how Sasha is in the script for The Flash 2, right? So is Michael Keaton.
Right.
So I spoke with my insiders about this. I said, "Hey, look, is there any hope for Sasha?" He goes, "We go see the Flash. There's hope for Sasha because." And I scooped this months ago. This guy, I said, "Look, the DCEU will live in the Flash franchise. That'll be Elseworlded, okay? Because they're not going to discontinue a franchise that makes
Something that's
800
making
million or more.
money.
Exactly.
Right?
You think Zaz?
Exactly
You
makes
think
no
Zaz?
sense.
You think Zaz able to prove that? They're cash strapped. Let's say the Flash makes 800 $900 million. Oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna do a reboot. What? You know?
they would really be like heresy. You know what I'm saying?
put down that weed, you know.
Like,
So, um,
put it down.
so that Brady article pretty much spells it out that if the Flash does well, the script's already ready for the sequel, um, and it's gonna be Elseworlded. So okay, so it'll be under Mike DeLuca, our good friend Mike DeLuca, right? Pam Abdi, right? We know how
Yeah.
much we love those two.
Yeah, right. Hey, because they've been rocking with us, you know what I'm saying? So we rocking with them.
So Sasha's gonna appear in the Flash too, and so
I was about to say, as soon as Mikey started getting on a great topic, his mic started going haywire, right?
of course it would, right? Yeah, I love Kirstie Clemens. She's my God. Yeah, she's in the Flash too. Um,
I don't know why she shouldn't be. She's in the first one, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I literally cannot stop looking at her. Her features are so unique, right? Just a different kind of hotness. There's women who are hot, but there are women who are just uniquely hot. They're just like there's no one else that looks like them, and they're just exotic. And she's one of those. Her and Sasha actually are both kind of exotic that way. Like um, just like wow, they look nothing like you see in Hollywood. And so anyway, so the Flash 2 is going to continue in Elseworlds. Now I've been asking about Sasha here. He goes, look, depending on how the audience reacts to her in the Flash, she just might get her film back. She just might get her movie, but it'll be Elseworlds. Now, I had a conversation with Sil about this. I said, dude, you and I were talking about Elseworlds a few months ago about how that's a part of DC that we can be cheerleaders for. It's looking more and more like it, Sky, and looking more and more like this Elseworlds thing is becoming its own type of franchise. And so there's still hope for Sasha going forward, is why I wanted to bring this up, that we might get, two Supergirls. I mean,
yo, it's almost as if we just should have gave these characters one more run, right?
Yeah, right.
And then just reboot it, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like, Mikey.
It's way premature for them to have rebooted this. I think Gunn couldn't wait, right? No, you finish this off because I was firing a warning shot months ago, Sky, when Gunn announced his reboot. I said, "What if the Flash does well?" That was my big question. What if it does well?
You were saying that, Mikey. You've been very consistent. You're like, yo, what if this movie makes $1 billion? What if it makes like 900 million? Like, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna reboot if this movie like makes a whole bunch of money? He's like, it makes no sense.
Speaking as somebody who is in the industry of the TV show now, I kind of know how Hollywood works, right? So
right?
Somebody who gets calls from a studio head like in the middle of the night. Yeah, I know how it works, guys. Why would a studio?
Mikey over here. Mikey, they trying to tell you how fucking licensing works, bro. And you license it.
I said it was over a year ago now. I have it right here. Come on.
They're trying to tell you, that's not how licensing works, Mikey. Really? They gotta sell DC. They gotta sell DC.
Really? It just makes me laugh, dude. Like, who you're talking to? But so because it'd be weird, Sky, to introduce Sasha and all of a sudden, like, oh, she's done. Like, what? Does that make any sense to you at all? So
hey, people are not gonna want this to be the end of seeing Supergirl, or this rendition of Supergirl.
Yeah,
they're just not. Like, I've seen the movie. She's dope in it, and people are gonna want more. And they literally like talk about Herbie and Kyle's cousin. Oh my, just you gotta see it. You gotta see the movie.
Oh, Sky, we talked about this. Actually, have an invite for tomorrow night to see the Flash.
What?
Pretty shocked. Pretty shocked.
Mikey got they hit Mikey with the invite from Batman vs Superman. He's like, yo, Mikey doesn't have to sneak into Warner Brothers. He's been invited. He's passing the invitation.
But does that mean this is as close as I get, right?
Right, hey, as close as you'll ever get, Mikey. As close as you'll ever get, bro. Right? And that's all I'm saying.
Had editor-in-chief GossieMag.com, and so I'm gonna do whatever I can. It's like short notice, man. I just got it. I'm like, holy shit! I wish I had more time to prepare for this. But anyway, I get shocked that I was considering all the bashing I've done, all the snarkiness I've done, considering Gunn went after me on Twitter. I mean, everything.
Right.
Like, well, Mikey, can you see the Flash and kind of praise it? You know what I mean?
Hey, just check it out, Mikey, and then you'll end up seeing for yourself, and you'll see if I was lying.
Apparently, Sky, it's the final cut that I could see, which means I can see George Clooney. Because we all wanted to see George Clooney. There's an article at CashApp.com right now. I mean, if you guys watch Skywalker, if you guys watch Citadel Bill, it's no spoiler. You guys know that blurred scene is George Clooney. Okay, but get CashApp.com if you want to read my snark and everything else. So there it's up right now. Well, yeah, I'm dying to see it.
Over to GeekOsityMag right now.com. GeekOsityMag.com. Man, Mikey and Karen over there be putting in work, yo. Fire articles, snarkiness be through the roof. Right.
Kieran has been working his ass off. I gave him a promotion. He's now UK editor of the site. So things are just going crazy right now. But I was just shocked, dude. That you're gonna invite Judas to see the Flash. Okay.
Right.
Like I'm one of the members of the card-carrying members of the SpiderVerse cult. You're gonna invite one of us.
One
of us, like I'm pretty sure. But there's a future for Sasha. Now, I just gotta wonder, Sky, if the Flash does really well, and she's in the Flash too. Are they still gonna continue with Gunn's Supergirl movie, or just do the Elseworlds Sasha film? Because it's kind of redundant, right? One's already a proven hit, which again makes the whole reboot even more ridiculous.
Look, right? Because I'm like Mikey, because if we're gonna go by that metric, then we need to just do away with this whole shit to begin with. And so, like literally, Zack Snyder's Justice League was a proven smash hit, yo.
Yeah.
Literally was a proven hit.
Yeah.
And you say
global phenomenon,
global phenomenon, right? By your own admission, right? And then you turn around and say, nah, I'm good. Right?
Yeah. Even though your only DC film flopped horribly with a B cinema score, I mean, the Suicide Squad was just huge with a bomb, and then your partner just had to just lay another bomb, which is
we don't need Revenge of the Batman. Right?
So, it's just insane, Sky. It's just insane,
Hold up. Joe Buck said, I've heard that Wayne T. Carr has seen and supports the Flash movie, so I'll take his word for it. Hey, look, He wouldn't be the only one, right, Mikey? Because
Zack Snyder.
apparently,
Yeah.
apparently, Zack Snyder is on the
He loves the film. And wait till he goes public with that, by the way. Wait till Zack Snyder goes public. What are the Snyder only's gonna do, man? Oh, he's being
Mikey,
nice.
it's not gonna matter, Mikey. I promise you, bro. I promise you, it's not gonna matter. Like a lot of, I don't think they real fans, Mikey. I'm telling you, yo.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what my hypothesis is. Because I remember a time.
Oh.
There was a time before Diamond Absolutes, right? Perfect thing, right? Whenever Zach used to, get on Vero and kind of give us a little hint at something, we'd go crazy.
Yeah.
And then especially if it was like something like clearly pointing towards something, but
Yeah.
nah, we don't want to like a post or look into his liking of a post of a guy in a Superman shirt in a Black Adam theater. Clearly trying to tell you to go see Black Adam because Superman is in Black Adam. And everybody was like, nah, that don't mean nothing, right? I don't care what Zach say. And it's like, okay, cool, right? But then you fast forward till now and we see him posting, yo, I don't care if Zach said it's his favorite movie. I'm still gonna boycott. It's like, okay, you guys just seem dead set on boycotting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And this seems to be like this is not even about Zach anymore. You're right? Like
Yeah. Well, and are you guys not DC fans? I mean, don't like that boggles the mind. Like, you don't want to see Keaton? You don't want to see Ben Affleck? I mean, seriously?
Yo, they keep trying to gloss over the Michael Keaton thing too, Mikey. That's what's killing me too, is because it's like, yo, they don't want to admit that, hey, if this movie does good, like we could get more Keaton, because that means that they would have to be kind of supporting the movie almost, right? Because it's like, yo, like who don't want this Batman Beyond, yo? Who don't want Batman Beyond?
Well, that's something that DeLuca wants to see. He wants to see Batman Beyond. He believes in the project, and if the support for the Flash is so great, and Keaton's going to play a huge role in that, because look, he's selling tickets right now. It's Keaton, right? And if the crowd goes crazy over him, they want to see more of him. You bet they're going to continue with Batman Beyond, and DeLuca wants Tim Burton back.
Oh my God. Yo, see?
Wait, have I bumped this yet with you? I don't think I have.
No, because that was always what my last thing was whether or not Tim Burton was actually going to be involved. Right? So you saying that he wants Tim Burton back, Mikey?
He wants to reunite the two.
Oh my.
Who are going to reunite in Beetlejuice too, right? I mean, so this is just the next film after, if all goes well. I mean, but can you imagine nostalgic feels when Tim Burton's Batman Beyond comes out?
Oh my God, bro, Mikey.
I mean, you imagine?
Oh my God! Look, y'all see what type of smile that put on my face, man.
You imagine, like, what if they have Jack Nicholson do a cameo?
That's what Mikey, I brought that up the other day. I was like, yo, like, why wouldn't Jack Nicholson come back?
They bring him back from the dead, right? I mean, he has all this robotic stuff on his, I mean.
Like, why wouldn't they, yo?
Yeah.
Come on now. It's Michael Keaton and Tim Burton pulling up like, yo, Jack, come get this bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come get this bag, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is the one that low-key, like, made us all, pretty much.
Yeah.
Almost, right? I mean, that movie had such an impact on all three of those men's careers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Joe, this is Hollywood. All right?
No,
This is Hollywood, yo.
You can have robotic stuff on them. They bring them back in a scientific way. For a
This
cameo.
is this is the Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is Tim Burton,
But
right?
but I was watching some YouTube channel the other day. It was like saying, "Oh, we'll never see Keaton back." No matter. Are you sure about that? Because what I'm hearing is that, and it makes perfect sense. And it's something to do with Snyderverse. Oh, Mike is grouping Snyder. No, 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 no. It's nothing to do with Snyderverse. What I was told that DeLuca wants Keaton back as Batman Beyond, and it's really up to the Flash. The Flash does well, and again, it makes sense because those of us who have dealt with studios know that if something is selling, there's a demand
Right?
for it. You fulfill that demand.
Look, Mikey. I ain't even work with no studio like that.
But you know
right?
it.
And I know what's up, right?
You know
Like
what's up.
literally, this is real simple: supply and demand, right?
Exactly.
If there is a demand for it,
Yeah.
you will be supplied with it, right?
Yeah.
The only case in which that didn't happen was like the Snyder cut and all that. Where we know and we understand what happened there,
Yeah.
right? But like, that is usually not the way that things work in Hollywood. Usually, when something is making money, it is doubled down on, right?
Yeah.
You just had that sound bite of Ludacris the other day explaining why they keep making Fast and the Furious movies. And he literally said, people, stop asking me that. He said, yo, these movies make $1 billion. He's like, if you spent $200 million and kept getting 800 million back, you keep making movies too.
Exactly.
He's like, literally, like, that's why they keep making them, like, because they make money.
Well, and people say that, well, Warner Bros. Discovery is, they're just doing it the way it should be done, and like they're not fulfilling demand. What happens when you don't fulfill demand, Sky? You have financial issues. Exactly what Discovery is going through right now.
Yeah.
Why is that? Maybe they learn how to fulfill demand. They wouldn't be in this situation, right?
Yeah. Right. But they gonna have a hit on their hands with this movie, right? And I think it's gonna make a bunch of money, and I think it's gonna make a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
Because it made me happy, and I can't wait to see it again, Mikey. Like,
yeah.
And I was just talking about SpiderVerse. I want to see that again, absolutely, but I think I want to see the Flash more a second time.
Yeah, you see, you like the Flash better. I can already tell.
Yeah.
I know it's tough, but I think I think the Flash wins the race, dude.
Hey, man, look, the pregnant Spider Woman just really didn't.
I can't get over that one, man. It's like, okay, that's cringy. That's so cringy,
dude. And it was so funny the way that my theater reacted, Mikey. I'm not joking. It was so funny because I had the same thought, and then when everybody else like reacted, I was like, okay, cool. It's not just me, right? Like we all kind of. Because her interest and everything, and when I was like, "Yo, are we serious right now, bro?"
I do remember going to the comic book store a couple of years ago and seeing a pregnant Spider Woman on the cover, and I'm like, "Oh, no."
Right?
like, what audience are you targeting? You know what I mean?
Like, I have no idea. That was odd,
You think girls will buy a comic with a pregnant Spider-Man on the cover?
And then she's like driving a motorcycle, and then like it's like, yo, man, like this is not dope like that. I mean, I don't know.
like, why would you buy this? You know, right? Like, should I just quit
He
now?
said, "What was your demographic?" I don't know, man. Look, it was crazy. But Mikey, anything else on Sasha Calle
No,
and her future
uh,
before we move on to the
no.
last topic? Because I'm chomping at the bit, bro. I want to hear about Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk Netflix.
I guess I forgot that Sony is doing they're planning on doing Spider-Geddon as basically their end game with all their Spider-Verse character, like live action is what they're planning on. So I'm sure the live action Spider-Punk will be a part of that as well. So anyway.
Yo, Spider-Punk, man. Spider-Punk is dope, right? And then the Creed says my theater went nuts all through Spider-Verse, but it was a red carpet screening with Issa Rae and Metro Boomin and 2 Chainz there. So Issa Rae, who voices that character that I'm talking about, was actually at the Creed screening. That's why everybody was going crazy, right? But I was with like a bunch of like regular theater goers. It didn't go over so well in my screening. You know what I'm saying? People literally was like, "Yo, are you serious?" Like, yo, I was saying. We're gonna have a quick word from the sponsors, and then we're gonna come back with our last topic of the evening.
You betrayed him. Your own family.
Mikey. Now you know, Mikey. You know, Mikey, that I don't play about these Netflix topics, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, let me get some water. Hold up, man, because I need to get some water real quick before Mikey starts talking about Netflix. Because I be getting in my feelings.
I know how it is, man. I know how it is. But I'll wait till you come back.
oh yeah, no. Just let me get some ice real quick. See, I still got y'all in my ear.
Yeah, I've actually have not read Spider-Geddon. Was that Dan Slott talks? Like I've never read it actually. I'm so behind.
Hey, but you're a busy man, Mikey, so we all understand.
Oh, yeah. No. It took me 5 months to see the Batman.
Right? But you watched the Snyder Cut how many times in the first few days, Mikey?
4 times.
Y'all know I got to get my Matt Reeves slander in here.
Life-changing experiences, you know?
Man, crazy. Like how I was just, how I had told you guys the last episode of Night Shift, how I was just at, how I was just at that little barbecue, and then I was talking to this young lady who was telling me how the Snyder Cut changed her life, and I was like, man, this is crazy. I was like, how is this even happening to me right now? You know. Like, how do I keep having these conversations with people and running into guys that work on Rebel Moon and right, just like all this stuff? Like, I don't understand it, but hey, we here. So, Mikey,
yeah,
Netflix.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah.
Well, as you know, I'm talking to the person here who created the Cell ZSJL Netflix movement. Got the Zack Snyder himself to sign his poster with the word "Cell" on there. Where does it go from here? So this has been kind of heating up lately, thanks to you, Sky, and all the stuff that you've been doing, all the campaigning you've been doing. been asking some of the right questions lately, and it's all centered around the Flash. Um, because I've never seen the Elseworlds aspect of DC heat up like I have the past couple of weeks. I know Scylla and I brought it up a long time ago, but that's been more and more of a speculative thing because, like I said, I was like, if the Flash does well, they're gonna put it somewhere. You're not gonna put it in DCU, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying right now, if the Flash does well, Flash does 800 million to a billion, who knows how it makes. It's going to accelerate this movement because supply and demand, Sky, supply and demand. Because you can't. I know you guys think of things in terms of Snyderverse. They think of things as in the DCEU is how they see it. They
Facts.
see it as old continuity because Snyder wasn't the only person working in the Snyderverse.
You're right. David Ayer was working in the Snyderverse.
Patty
They
Jenkins.
brought in Rick Famuyiwa, Patty Jenkins. They were bringing in hella people, Mikey, that was going to direct movies in the Snyderverse or in the DCEU. James Wan.
Yeah.
Right?
So, a couple of things. Number one, they didn't erase the Snyderverse and the Flash for a good reason. They're keeping it alive. Okay? They're keeping it alive if there is a demand for it. Okay? Because they could easily just put a scene there where the Snyderverse is knocked out. Easily. Instead, you have Ben Affleck somewhere and Ezra Miller is looking for him. What is it? What is that? That is called a cliffhanger. That's called a cliffhanger. Okay?
Look, they over here, Mikey, trying to sit there and talk about, Sasha Calle and Michael Keaton is going to be in the Flash too. I know who else is going to be in the Flash too, Mikey.
Exactly.
I know who else is going to be in the Flash too, right? I know who else is going to be in the Flash.
Yeah. Sky definitely knows. So, and that person, Mike DeLuca wants that person in the Flash too as well. But anyway, so all this Elseworlds talking. So I was talking to a couple of sources about this. I said, look, hold on, Sky, hold on.
Man, all this stuff just makes all the sense in the world, right? It makes all the sense in the world. And that's why I've been trying to tell y'all, man, like, this movie doesn't mess with no continuity. It don't disrespect Zach's timeline. All it does is just open up the realm to more possibilities, and it's creating new timelines. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I was talking to some sources, and I said, look, where does this lead to? Without trying to influence the conversation anyway, but just as someone who's innocent, innocently asking, where does this lead to? Because I said, for me, it sounds like Elseworlds is becoming a definite path of its own. Like you're talking about the different paths, right? How they discuss time travel, right? Your description of time it sounds like this, because you have this road that Gunn is taking for his own universe, but you have a separate road as well, and which is something that Scylla and I were speculating on a few months ago, but starting to materialize now. Now that the Flash is looking like it's going to be a big success, so I said, look, okay, because it's a person told me about the whole Sasha thing when Michael Keaton, Batman Beyond, and I said, look, if the Flash spins off, Supergirl project, it spins off Batman Beyond. We're looking at an alternate DC here. Seriously, an alternate DC similar to what Marvel Studios had with Netflix. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. He said, wait a minute. Hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh my God, Mikey. I see what you did there, Mikey. I see what you did there.
That's what he said to me. He goes, yeah, similar to what they did with, you had Marvel Studios, you had Netflix. I was like, excuse me, Netflix. Now, keep in mind that I was not trying to influence the conversation, so I didn't mention Netflix at all.
All right. The man said, sell it. Damn it.
And I said, I said Netflix. I goes, oh, you're probably referring to the sell to ZSJL to Netflix movement, aren't you? I said, yeah, the creator's a good friend of mine. I co-host a show with him. so he goes, what are you trying to tell me here? He said that if there is a demand and the company can't fulfill that demand by themselves, they need third party.
Right? Oh, they need a third party, right, Mikey?
And this company needs some cash. You license that to a third party to make it and pay you.
Yeah. It sounds to me, Mikey, like this is more tremendous news.
Because he said this is very similar to Marvel and Netflix. There was no Disney Plus when Disney licensed out the Defenders to Netflix. There was no Disney Plus. Where were they going to put it at? ABC. ABC would have censored those shows. It wouldn't have worked. And Netflix wanted a piece of that pie.
And they could potentially just be doing the same thing here.
Yeah.
Just wanting a piece of the pie because Warner's has their own streaming service, but they don't have the money to produce this stuff right now.
Exactly.
Right?
Zaz doesn't want to spend that much on HBO Max or Max anyway, right? So
exactly.
But Netflix really wanted a piece of that Marvel pie, and okay, they'll be set in a different universe then. So there'll be an
they Mikey, they don't have the Marvel Netflix heroes on their platform anymore.
Yeah.
Right? They really have no superhero stuff like exclusive to their platform. Right? Not anything that has taken off. The only thing was that Jupiter's Legacy, or they have Sandman now, but we talking about like big budget stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they haven't had that on their platform in terms of exclusive content, right?
Yeah.
Disney Plus obviously has all the MCU stuff. You have Amazon that has The Boys and The Invincible, right? Two stellar shows, right? That have huge fan bases. And so, it's going to be tough for Netflix to kind of create their own IP. And so I think it'll be easier if they just license out the Snyderverse. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and complete that thing over there, right?
I'm afraid so, Sky, yeah.
Right? Hey, sounds to me like it makes sense, Mikey.
And, they're opening up the Elseworlds thing because originally Elseworlds was just Joker and the Batman because it didn't fall into. But not anymore. They're expanding what the definition of Elseworlds is with the Flash because the Flash is going to keep a DCEU alive. Okay, but Warner Brothers Discovery can't afford beyond the Flash too, there's gonna be more of a demand for other for that DCEU Justice League is that demand's gonna be there.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. The beginning of this movie in and of itself, Mikey, calls for another Justice League movie.
Yeah. And keep in mind, Sky, this guy is not some Snyder fan. He's a business dude, a total straight up business guy.
I'm already knowing.
He just looks at the financials really and goes, um, they're gonna create this alternate path. Now, it's a way of uniting the DC fan base because each side gets what they want. Okay.
Mikey, this is literally only what we've been saying the whole time.
Yep, exactly. And so, I found something out about this whole Elseworlds thing, Sky, that I didn't know before. Um, that Mike DeLuca wants this to be tonally different from James Gunn's.
Right.
So we're going to see mostly darker, serious fare with the Elseworlds, which fits into the Batman, fits into Joker that they're doing already. Obviously, the Flash will be a little bit lighter tone, but it won't be wacky. So
It's not wacky, Mikey.
now, before anybody, I know people are gonna be like, "Well, does it mean they're not gonna restore? They don't have the finances to restore. Why would they restore when they can just sell it to Netflix?"
People need to get this restore out of their minds, yo.
Yeah.
It ain't happening over there.
Yeah.
Like, even if they could.
Yeah.
Right? So, the best that they can hope for is to license this thing out, and it'll be a win-win for everybody, just like we've been saying this entire time.
Yep. And so, and he told me that, other streamers will probably get involved with different projects as well. You can really expand this Elseworlds, and give WBD, we're broke dudes, some much needed cash.
Right, get Netflix in with the SpiderVerse, right? Get the Black Superman over to Amazon, right? It's gonna be all kind of projects, and I'm sure gonna be ending up all over the place. So, hopefully, we can just get this win-win for everybody, because that's the only way that this stuff is gonna go away, right? Because look, even with the Flash movie, right now, I think this movie's dope. You're gonna have you're gonna have a lot of the general audience that's gonna think that this movie is dope. But would I be okay with them just like continuing to use like Zach's characters like forever and never getting a completion case story? I wouldn't be too cool with that either, right? And so, but this is cool for now. Yeah. But we need to get the completion of this man's story, because it has to happen.
Well, from what he's heard and from how he feels about it, he told me, he goes, I strongly believe it'll happen. It just makes so much sense, and the Flash will just knock the ball in, man. Give Marshawn the ball. We'll take it to the end zone. Okay?
Right.
Flash is gonna go beast mode. Okay, it's gonna go beast mode, and that's gonna open some eyes. Now, Sky asks, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if Netflix picks up Superman and Lois? What's gonna happen, man?
Hey, I'm just saying, Mikey. Right? I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm a loser, Joe.
Do people forget that they saved Lucifer?
Right?
Like, Lucifer would have been long gone by now. In fact, they're even thinking about doing another season of Lucifer, dude.
Right? Because people are watching it. Like, that's what I'm saying, yo.
Supply and demand, man. Supply and demand.
Everybody say, oh my God, Netflix. They've just been canceling all their shows that do good. I'm like,
Yeah.
The last time that I checked, was Stranger Things canceled? Was Squid Game canceled? You know what I'm saying, right? Like, are they not doing a Squid Game season 2? Like, because I could have sworn that they were, right? Like, but those are like massive shows, Mikey.
Yeah.
And I think that people they sometimes confuse like the Twitter sphere with like reality, and that stuff don't always translate into eyeballs or dollars and cents. Wouldn't you say so, Mikey?
Oh yeah. I mean, let's not forget, Sky, that they're letting
Shit. Bridgerton, right?
they're, yeah,
Another show that just got canceled after one season, right, Mikey?
yeah. Well, they're letting. This sound familiar to you, Sky? They're letting Stranger Things finish the story, huh? Huh?
Oh. Sounds like a neat idea, Mikey.
So a lot of people were saying, well, I asked them to say, people, oh, why would Gunn want competition? Well, what does Gunn have to do with this? If he's the head of DC Studios, but he's not the head of Warner Brothers. In the end, Zaslav and DeLuca are going to have more say, because they need the financials, and because was Kevin Feige insecure about Netflix? No, he had some of his biggest hits during that time, man.
Right?
Yes, and Winter Soldier and freaking Going to the Galaxy all came out during that time. Why was he insecure?
You want to know something, Mikey? He didn't care about what they was doing. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and they can fall in wherever they try to fit in, right?" And and you had Netflix trying, right? They was like, "Oh, the event," right? Like they was all being all kind of vague about it, right? But no, Kevin Feige plotted on with his plan, and he got it done. And he wasn't really worried about what third parties were doing with their shows that are on streaming.
And what happened, Sky, after they were successful? He took them back, and now he's incorporating all of them into shows that he is working on. Because there was that horrible rumor that Feige
boss move.
Yeah, exactly right. You let them, make something out of it, then you take it back, and okay, I'm gonna continue it now.
Right.
So,
and then they're finally gonna get to see him interact with these other characters,
exactly.
And everybody's gonna go crazy now, right?
By the way, breaking news today. Scoop confirmed. Marvel Studios is doing R-rated live action shows on Disney Plus. That was my scoop from like 2 or 3 years ago. So, yeah.
Scoop confirmed once again.
Yeah.
Yo, how does it feel, Mikey? Like really living in the future, bro.
Well, Skywalker, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Feels like victory. Right. And that's how you're gonna feel in a year or two. But anyway.
Hey.
There you go. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to see the R-rated Midnight Suns. I mean, there's so much stuff that's going to be happening, but I love the fact that this Elseworlds thing is becoming a thing. It's no longer just a random, like project by project thing. That it's actually becoming a thing. Like the multiverse itself is a universe. You know what I mean? That's gonna have spin-offs and everything, because originally all we knew that they were all standalones. Like, okay, Joker, the Batman. But the Flash changes everything, dude, because the Flash can spin off. It's gonna have an alternate DCU, which is a DCEU, which is a SpiderVerse, by the way. But they can license that off to third parties.
Right. Oh my God. And then still do like their Batman Beyond if they want, right?
Yeah, they can do Batman
Or
Beyond. Yeah.
or things like that. And so, look, as we've been saying from the jump with this whole sale campaign and sale movement, this was the only way that
Yeah.
was like a win-win for
Yeah.
everybody, right?
Yeah.
The Snyder fans finally get a completion to our arc, right? James Gunn and the rest of DC Studios, they get to move on with whatever
Yeah.
they want to be able to do, and it can be judged on its own merits, right? Because one of the things that has bothered myself in particular is just how much that the Snyder fan base has gotten blamed for like the box office shortcomings of all these movies and stuff,
Yeah.
like in all the trades and by WB even like straight on, right? So with that being said, I would just love for there to be like some kind of resolution to this thing
Yeah.
where all parties can move forward amicably and we could just get what we've been asking for and give them money for it in return.
Oh,
you know
totally. Yeah.
right, like, because you can't forget that we're asking them to give them money.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to give them money.
Well,
Right.
yeah, the Flash is a way of proving to these people what you guys want, because even Saz was throwing shade a few weeks ago. I did an article on it, how he said that, well, half of DC or at least 1/3 is going to fail. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Right? Hey, he said, whoa, right? Like you're cooking with gas here, David.
Can you imagine your supervisor telling you like, well, about a half of you or 1/3 will be fired by the end of the quarter? I mean, that's exactly what it sounded like to me. And I'm like, oh my God, Zazzle has no faith either.
Hey, they actually finished the conquest today, Mikey.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think I may have pushed him over the edge tonight.
right. Hey, y'all know what that means, right? Hold up.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Right. Hey, but yo, to thank y'all for finishing the conquest tonight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mikey, look, this is wonderful news. The sale movement marches on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep on engaging with Netflix. He said, I'm not seeing 52. Hey, I'm seeing 32. They lied. You know what? I take it back. See, that's what happens when I don't check. See, I was like, oh, see, I just saw the car. Oh, 52 likes. I'm like, oh, dope. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, hey, see, I'm taking it back. Y'all ain't never, you know what? Now y'all got to finish the conquest twice before I play it once. How about that? Right?
And keep
Anyway.
subscribing. Keep subscribing, people. Let's not forget,
Right? But yeah, look, anyway, Mikey, anything else on this Netflix subject, man? Because I love talking about Netflix. I can talk about this all night.
Publicly, it's about it.
Oh my God.
In the after show, I got a 7 drop on you. So.
Hey man, hey, knowing is a burden, y'all.
Yeah.
Look, if everybody it's 53 people in here right now. If all y'all smash the like button, right, we finished the conquest. Right?
Easy.
If you're not a lurker or hating lurker, smash the like button right now. Right now. I'm laying down the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? And so that way, I'm about to see exactly how many haters that I
There
have.
you go. There you go. There you go. We
Because
can count you up. We'll just
if you're not a
we'll,
hater, smash the like button right now.
I'll just get your IP address and know where you live.
Look, he said, "Sorry about that, bro. You lied, bro. You lied, guitar. I'm not believing it anymore. I gotta check everything you say. You know what I'm saying? Anything you say now, because I've been deceived, bro. I've been deceived. You got me playing drops that they ain't even earned. Right? He said, 35 likes now. Hey. And so we had a couple people that wasn't hating. You know what I'm saying? They was like, all right, cool. Hey, I got a lot of haters in here. Then. It's all good, though. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you hang with me, you're going to get my haters along with it. So.
Tell your friends about me.
Right. People don't want to see us successful, is why,
Hey, I'm still a lurker in the shadows. Hey, I said a hating lurker though, Nightwing. I'm pretty sure that you smashed the like button, right? I'm joking with y'all, man. Look, yo, this has been a wonderful, wonderful stream, yo. This was like so dope. We got the homie Southbound popping in here later. You know what I'm saying? Hey, make sure you smash the like button, Southbound. I'm in here checking the haters right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. But thank you for stopping through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right? 37 likes. Hey, see, it's slowly going up. But that's still like almost 20 haters in here. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like 15 haters. Yo, I love this show, man. Look, yo, right? Yo, this is great though. Look, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. This has been like a dope episode of Night Shift. As you guys know, we still rocking with these hashtags, right? And go see the Flash, man.
Yeah.
Like the movie's dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid to tell you guys to go see the movie, right? It's so funny, Mike. And they're like, yo, anybody that likes the movie is not being honest. It's like, okay, or it's dope. You know what I'm saying, right? But nah, look, for sure. Look, go see the Flash. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Tell me if I'm tripping, right? Tell me if I'm full of crap, right? And if it really did erase the timeline, right? Which it didn't, you know what I'm saying? or if it disrespected Zach's work, which it doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
God.
But just let me know. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this has been super dope though. We will be back this coming Thursday with another episode of Night Shift. Yep. Mikey and myself. Wednesday, I will be on the Cool Table over on the Good Austin's channel for Freezing Cold Takes. Saturday, we got we're finishing up season 2 of Justice League animated cartoons and serial over on the Good Austin's channel. So we have a lot of stuff coming for you guys this week. Just be on the lookout for any announcements and things of the like. Mikey, what you got coming up, sir, that you want to let the people know about?
GeekosiMag.com, got that Flash article. I have a crazy schedule. We're back on Thursday. So on Thursday also, as well as around 5 p.m., I have Pandora's Box. with Necron. I have Speedy's Multiverse, I believe, on Thursdays. No, Wednesday. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll keep you guys filled in. On my Facebook, I usually announce when I'm on. So, also, still, if you remember, we have a members video. We also have a direct currents with some DC scoops on there as well. So, a lot of good stuff.
Direct currents, right? DC. In case you didn't get that, you know what I'm saying? But this has been super dope.
Oh yeah,
we gonna see y'all next time. We about to be out. Peace.
Woo-hoo.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream and the real one?